So one of the things that I am 100% consistent with is cross-listing. If you want to see how I quickly cross-list an item in 5 minutes or less, stay tuned and I'll show you my trick. Stephanie from Three Queens Resale. I am a part-time reseller, a full-time middle school teacher, and I have 2 beautiful daughters and a wonderful husband. If you're new to my channel, thanks for coming. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. It means a lot to me as I am a relatively new reseller and a new YouTuber. I hope you will consider subscribing and following me on my reseller journey. Just click the bell notification and subscribe, and you will be alerted every time I post a new video. I primarily sell on 3 platforms. I just added a 4th last week, but the 3 that I primarily sell on are Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I would say it's a tie between Poshmark and eBay where I get most of my sales. Mercari comes in 3rd, and then I've started cross-listing to Kidson, all of my kids' items. So today's video is about cross-listing. I know there are like tons of different cross-listing software out there that people use. I don't use any of those. I'm going to show you how I do it, and it's relatively quick and simple, and then I can keep track really quickly of where everything is listed. So I am going to throw you over to a screen share so that you can follow along with me as I cross-list an item. Okay, so I start out with having my photos on one side of my screen, and then I have all of my selling platforms at the top. I have eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Kidson. So I just go to my eBay drafts. I do have a person, a VA that creates the drafts for me. So they're already created, and then I just have to edit them and clean them up. So we're going to click on the draft on eBay. And as you can see, I have 75 drafts in there. She's been working hard. I need to catch up to her. And so here's the listing. And I scroll down to the actual listing, and I have kind of cleaned this up and edited it a little bit. So I copy that, then I go over to Poshmark, and I drop in my photos. And to save time, I send her the listings and the photos, like the measurements, in order so that they're in order, and I do them in order when they come back. So to me, like, so that I can copy and paste them quickly. I don't want that one, I don't think. I already got that one. And it goes really quickly. So, and I am working on a MacBook Air that my husband got me for Christmas, and my iPhone 10X Plus that I got a while ago. So I have Apple products, so I can airdrop them to me. So I have to clean up the title because I try to use all the characters on eBay. My lister, that's the direction that I gave her, is to create an optimized title that uses all 80 characters. But then Poshmark, I believe, only allows, let's look, 40 characters. Let's look. So I believe it's 40. So I have to shorten it over on Poshmark. So I took out the word vintage or inspired because it is actually vintage. And then I'm going to add blouse and an S for small because that's all I have room for. but the rest of it is all down here. And since the listing's already done, I then go ahead and move to category. So it's a women's, tops, button down, and based on its measurements, it's a size, a regular person size medium. It is new with tags, so that's why I'm not that concerned. It is not a boutique item. It is a one-off item, and the brand is That's Me. And I'm going to do white and cream. I say that's cream, but somebody else might say it's white. And I am going to price this at $27. I keep the pricing the same on all platforms. Now, I am not going to click next and make this live yet. I'm going to go back up to my title because I've already shortened it for Poshmark, but it has to be shortened again for Mercari. And I paste in the title. See, it's to what I had. It's Mercari that allows you 40 characters. So Poshmark, I don't know how many it is, but it's more than 40 because what I had on Poshmark is too long. So that is me, vintage button down long sleeve. So I'm gonna take out long sleeve and just put blouse small. And I think I have an extra space. I get really stingy with my spaces on Mercari because they just don't give you enough letters, I feel, for the title. So I then share the photos over again. I do the photos in the same order every time. I don't know, that's just how I like to do it, to kind of keep things streamlined. And now sometimes if I have more photos, because Mercari only allows you 8, but eBay and Mercari are 12. So sometimes they get all the extra photos, which is always awesome. I have to go back to Poshmark and copy the description also. And we don't have to make any changes to that because it fits. And then I do my hashtags. So I just picked 3 things that I think are unique about this. So that it's vintage. That's Me is the brand. It has a horse theme. Okay. And then category, it's a button down shirt. Now it might give me some blues on this because Mercari doesn't have as many brands in it. And it's still saying it needs a brand. We'll see if it lets it go through. And then medium. It is new because it has the tags. Put my zip code in. I do not have a post office box yet. I still just go to the post office. I haven't been going to the post office for the past couple of weeks because of the quarantine, but I just put them in my mailbox, and my post office person, my mailman, picks them up for me. That's why I'm able to do same day shipping right now, because I just stick it out there in the mailbox. And I'm going to use the same price. I always turn this off because I don't like for the price to drop automatically. I like to control it. And then I click list again. Now, Mercari and Poshmark, you list for free, so you can list as many things as you want. Okay. So now that item is listed on Poshmark and Mercari. I'm going to go ahead and push it through on Poshmark. And my other site that I use is Kidsin. This is not an item that I am going to list to Kidsin at this time. I'm trying to only use kids' clothes right now, although you can do other things. Then I go back to Mercari, and I go back to my original listing on eBay where the draft was. And I'm going to resave this as a draft because I don't have any free listings available right now. Um, but when I do, it's already ready and I can just drop the price in and send it through. And it's done. And so now it's listed on it's listed on Poshmark and Mercari, and as soon as I get a free listing, it'll be listed on eBay as well. So it's ready to go. Um, and that's how I cross list relatively quickly. So I was able to cross list that, and I was going slower than normal because I'm talking to you all, in under 7 minutes. So typically, probably 5 minutes it takes me to get that listed on all three sites. So that is how I am able to cross list quickly for free, like doing it all on my own. I do it all at the same time. I know some people might start on like eBay or Poshmark and let it be listed for a week and then list it on the other ones. I tried to do that, but then I got confused as to what was listed where, and I really do want to put as many eyes on my items as possible all at the same time right when I list them. And just to keep myself from being confused. And also, by doing it that way, if my older daughter decides, if I have her list for me, she knows to follow that same copy and paste pattern, and then I know it's listed on all three sites as well. Um, like I said, we just started with Kids In, and so right now I'm only listing kids items to Kids In. I know you can do women's clothing and maternity wear as well, and as I come across things that I think would fit that style, I am going to attempt to curate a closet over there. My Poshmark and eBay closets are not curated, but on Kidson, since it's brand new to me, I'm going to try to be more deliberate about what I send over to that site. So if this video was helpful, or you learned anything, or you just liked seeing how another person does it, if you'd give me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. And you can follow us on Instagram, 3queens_resale. And I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe. That way you can follow me on my reseller journey. And if you hit that bell notification, you will be notified every time that I post. Since I am homebound, I am going to try to work on creating more content. Thanks for your time, and until next time, bye.